ready for a wild ride through the twists, turns, and nail-biting drama of Beat the Chasers Season 8, Episode 6. Tonight's episode was an absolute roller coaster, packed with big money offers, laughs, heartbreak, and knockout performances. Whether you're a die-hard quiz show lover or just tuning in for the first time, this recap will take you through every moment, every shock, every smile, and every near miss that made this episode so much fun. So grab a seat, because we're about to break down all the action, contestant strategies, quick fire rounds, and hilarious chaser banter, plus what the ending really meant for the brave souls who took on the UK's fiercest quiz team. From the get-go, this episode sets the mood with booming cheers and roaring applause. The Chasers swagger on stage, each introduced by their infamous nickname DZ Menace, the Governess, the Sinnerman, the Vixen, the Beast, and the Dark Destroyer. Right away, the banter is flying. Host Bradley Walsh gets everyone laughing by joking about the team dynamics and who's most annoying among the Chasers. Spoiler: poor Mark Labbit, the Beast, seems to get the brunt of the teasing from his fellow quizzers. This playful energy sets up a welcoming stage for the night's lineup of hopeful contestants. First up from the audience is Jemima, a Leeds-based NHS data quality worker. She is confident, charming, and more than a little nervous, joking about her failed driving test from 7 years prior, and how she might use the winnings to finally pass and buy a car. With her boyfriend in the audience sporting an arm cast, potentially from some car-related mishap, Jemima launches into the cash builder round. Each correct answer banks $1,001, and she gets off to an impressive start, confidently answering questions about farms, ball and socket joints, and Gangnam Style, among others. She stumbles only once, missing the Grimsby Town football question, but ends up with a solid 4 zeros in. This is the moment the show's real tension kicks in, GE facing the Chasers. The offers from the Chasers start pouring in, adjusting the number she'd face and the cash at stake. Jemima plays it safe, choosing to take on just 2 Chasers, the Sinnerman and Dark Destroyer, for the amount she's already won, but with a generous 23-second head start. If she can get her questions right faster than the Chasers, without letting her clock run down, she'll bag the money. The round is high speed and high pressure as Jemima initially flounders, passing a couple of tricky questions, but regains composure with precise answers. British Airways, part-time, the black hole. Meanwhile, the Chasers, usually steely, unshakable, are not in their top form, stumbling over currency symbols and musicals. Jemima wins handily. With 36 seconds left, an absolute landslide, she becomes the night's first victor. There's laughter all around. The Chasers even admit Jemima didn't need to be brilliant, because their own performance was unexpectedly shaky. The takeaway: sometimes the chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and tonight Jemima was on point. Next up is Daniel from Stockton on Tees, an employment lawyer with half Latvian heritage. He jokes about trying to become the most famous Latvian ever, which is a tall order considering his competition includes Mark Rothko. Daniel plays the early questions well, effortlessly identifying lightning bolts, Christ the Redeemer, and distances. He fumbles only on the difference between homonyms and heteronyms, but still banks a 3 zeros in. The chaser offers are tempting. He can risk more for a bigger reward with additional chasers. Encouraged by the crowd and his inner risk-taker, Daniel goes big T4 chasers for 50 1000. That's a bold play with just a 20-second advantage. His head round with the chasers is pure adrenaline. Daniel answers volcanoes and football instantly, but as the pace heats up, mistakes start to pile up. Roman numerals, ballet tutus, musical characters, and planetary moons all trip him up. The chasers, meanwhile, answer with the calm assurance they're known for. Daniel loses out, and the advice from Bradley is pointed. 8. Sometimes chasing the bigger prize is tempting, but with an elite lineup of chasers, just one slip is all it takes to lose it all. Still, Daniel gets kudos for being a risk-taker, a trait the show clearly admires. Siri from West Sussex is next in line, and her backstory provides a change of pace. She's a home specialist, formerly a high-end wedding cake designer, aiming to use any winnings for home renovations. Siri runs the gauntlet in the cash builder, guessing creatively and landing 2,000 despite a difficult question about the duration of a solar eclipse. When the offers come in, Siri thinks carefully, putting priority on time advantage over big cash. Settling for 3 chasers for a 20,000 and a 19-second buffer, she faces the vixen, the governess, and the beast, all notorious for their speed. Her head-to-head is tough. Siri starts strong, nailing questions on cappuccino ingredients, Dickens novels, and supermodel sisters, but misses some key facts, like Billy Elliot's ballet teacher and Treasure Island's famous parrot. The chasers, especially Jenny, are lightning fast, reclaiming lost time and pushing right to the finish. In the end, Siri is just 6 seconds short. The chasers acknowledge she was so close, and Jenny notes it was their speedy answering, specifically on Riem's Everybody Hurts, that tipped the clock in their favor. Sanjay, an Australian transplant and accountant living in London, is 4th. A fan of coffee and budding lat artist, he dreams of opening his own shop. Sanjay brings sharp quiz skills to the cash builder, answering confidently on Northern Summers, Silverstone, Florida, and the Beatles Split, amassing 4 zeros in. The money offers ratchet up quickly, with a daring 60,000 on the table if he takes on 4 chasers. Sanjay jumps at the chance, facing the beast, the menace, the dark destroyer, and the governess. This is the episode's major upset. Sanjay blazes through questions on royal sons, Ronan, Keating, adulthood, and even Popeye's spinach. He's tripped up only a few times on the name of Europe's Estrella beer and the official language of Nigeria, but when his timer stops, he's still 19 seconds ahead. The crowd goes wild. Sanjay has walloped the competition and won the huge 60,000 prize. Even the chasers are amazed, telling him to stay away from their jobs. Finally, we meet Sam from Brighton, a sommelier who wants to take a wine trip to California with his winnings. After a solid cash builder round, Sam gets tempted by the biggest offer yet, 5 chasers for 75 zeros in. He's modestly confident and decides to chase the dream. Sam's final round is packed with tension. He flies through questions on London's Churchill war rooms, Genesis, tangents, Tom Hanks, breakfast traditions, and Scrabble scoring. He stumbles only on French fashion houses and medical terms. Rubella, for German measles, is the clincher. At the last, he's beaten by just moments. The camera lingers on Sam's visible disappointment, but the chasers themselves freely admit they were rooting for him, and even felt the final outcome was cruelly close. So, what does the ending mean for this episode? The night closes with Bradley congratulating all the players, Jemima and Sanjay as standout winners, Daniel, Siri, and Sam as valiant risk takers who kept us on the edge of our seats. The chasers themselves reveal their human side, gracious in victory, rooting for the underdogs, and always quick with a joke or consoling word. The episode's dynamic mix of light-hearted fun, intense quizzes, and surprise victories keeps the show's appeal alive and ensures every contestant walks away with their head held high. All in all, Beat the Chasers Season 8, Episode 6 was one for the books. A showcase of knowledge, quick thinking, courage, and just a dash of luck. If you loved this recap, let me know your favorite moment down in the comments. Did you agree with the contestant strategies? Or would you have played it safe for less money? Drop a like if you're cheering for the underdogs. Share this video so your quiz-loving friends don't miss a beat. And make sure you're subscribed for more recaps and deep dives into all your favorite game shows. See you next time.